ask you some questions? I was wondering if I could ask you some questions. I just see you riding around all the time with the flagpole and the shirts, and everybody I talk to see you, but we never know what's with the shirts and the flagpole. Yep.
Joining with Tampa Bay.
Yep.
And I'm celebrating.
I just noticed you change the shirts on your flagpole all the time. I just didn't know what was up with the shirts. I got you. Cool, man. Well, we were just wondering. I brought it up on my show a few times. People seen it around. We're just wondering what's going on. What's your name? George. Nice to meet you, George. Yeah, it's a great name, George.
First American.
Hey, that's a fishing rod. I never realized your flagpole is made out of a fishing rod. That's very creative.
It's a safety device.
I got you.
1 year old.
Cool, man. Take it easy, George. So there you have it. If you're not familiar with that, we brought it up on the podcast a few times. I always talk about how I see this weird guy riding around with a big old flag on his bike with t-shirts flying off the back, but I never see him pulling a wagon or having saddlebags, so it didn't seem to me that he was out selling shirts, and I always kind of what he was up to, and kind of answered my question. He's a little in the head. Sorry, between the fan and I saw him riding, I pulled over, got set up nice pillow, had the camera pointed perfectly, and of course somebody in a Tundra pulling a damn utility trailers behind me needed to get around, so I had to pull into another parking lot. The time I pulled in, there's a tree branch that had fallen. I couldn't get parallel, the camera wasn't lined up, he pulled too far forward, and with the AC on you couldn't hear it very well. So I basically asked him, hey, you know, people wonder what's up with the t-shirts. He spun it around, it was a Tom Brady jersey. He said, well, you know, Tom Brady's come to Tampa, so I'm celebrating. And so I had to rewind a little bit to kind of explain that I've seen him with multiple different shirts because he always changes the shirts. And I said, well, I noticed your shirts change from time to time. And he said, yeah, he's just trying to make people happy. And I asked him what's up with the flagpole. He said it's for safety. I guess it makes him more visible when he's out riding through traffic and up and down the street. And then, as you heard me said, and he pulled it down, it had an American flag on it. And I asked him, so what's your name? He said, George. He said, it's a great name, huh? I said, it's a fine name. So that's the name of George Washington, first president. And then that's when you heard me say, oh, wow, I never noticed your flagpole was made out of a fishing rod. He basically took the fishing reel off the fishing rod and zip tied the rod to the vertical pipe where his seat attaches to, and that's what he made his flagpole out of. And you also couldn't see it. You also couldn't see that. Sorry, as always, text messages. He had two t-shirts. He had a Tom Brady jersey and another shirt attached to the flagpole. And then below that, he had like a Publix grocery bag with 2 cans of soup or something in it. So it also acts as his food traveling device. But there it is. The question's answered. That's George of Cape Coral. Just driving around, trying to make people happy. But I just wanted to. Keep seeing him. We always bring up the podcast. Everybody talks. They've seen him, and no one knows what's going on. But that's just Cape Coral George.
She too smart.
is the original box you've seen on my Tacoma. Here is the new one that I picked up for $100. Cobalt brand, both of them were. These locks broke twice. I replaced them once under warranty. They sent me new ones, I popped them in. This one has a nice, better locking system made by Betterbilt. So let's toss it up there and see if we can get this in place. Yeah, so I still have a lot of stuff in here I need to take out, but I want to get this thing started before it starts raining, so I'm just going to roll it out there. The way it's going to sit, I really don't have to worry about the front or the back. I just want to do the top, maybe the sides. So I am just going to take it out there and get started on it. It's not pretty, but it's not going on my truck, it's going on a little shelf in my garage, so got that going for me. My goal though, get all that insanity cleaned up. And so it's coming along. I'm pretty happy with it. If you guys have any other ideas of what I could add to it, I was originally going to flip it upside down so that the lid comes up, but the hydraulic arm's not strong enough to maintain it being up. So I went with doing it that way, and which is fine. Kind of acts as a little tabletop. I use Tapcons to bolt it to the wall. There's 4 Tapcons in there. If I ever start putting heavy stuff in there, like tools, I might screw another 2 more in there. I think about probably slapping the old hat rack back up underneath here, so I can hang my hats up. But this is just the start to getting this hot mess done. Because my whole thing when I envisioned moving into this house is I wanted to turn this into, hold on, rainbow. It's a shitty rainbow. But hey, it is Florida. Raining over here. Not raining over there yet. But yeah, distracted by that. But anyhow, going back to this. When I built all this stuff in, obviously I got my World War II stuff behind the curtain. I got to put Steve back over there. Steve's out at his place. My intent for this was to have the man cave. You know, I hate that term. Have a cool place, even though it's hot as heck. I do have a mobile AC. But next on our project list, we're going to refinish that dresser for Nugget's room. That's going away. Those are the rims off my Tacoma, my original Tacoma. I traded it in. When I took it to do the trade-in, I told him that I would have to come back the following day to actually do the trade-in because I need to take my Metamoto rims off there, which were 17 inches. The factory rims on the Tundra are 20, so they wouldn't fit. And they gave me an extra $1,200 trade-in value. So the payoff on the Tacoma was like 13 something, and they gave me like almost 15,000. And so what I gotta do now, I have these original Toyota Tacoma rims and tires. The tires are about shot, so I'm gonna take them over to James, have him pull the tires off so that I could store those easier, maybe even put them in the attic. Probably gonna put them on Facebook Marketplace, see if I can get a couple $100 for them. Maybe somebody's out there with a bent rim who don't want to pay, you know, $300-400 for one rim from Toyota. I'll sell you 3 for, I don't know, $300, or I'll sell you 4 for $300. I don't know. But I'm gonna get back to work, and yeah, talk to you soon.
This has been a Digital 410 production.